And Great Olympics, they've been very, very, very tidy at the back this evening. They've been so disciplined, allowed Hartlepool just fewer touches in the box. And if they should keep it this way throughout the first half, it would be very, very disturbing for Didi Dramani's men.
Here's Solomon Ako, tries to find Islam, but Ali withers the storm. Here's Islam, Osaisibe with a powerful header out. Abdul Karim can't control well. There's a foul. Mensah brings down Solomon Ako, free kick, Great Olympics.
Yeah, Solomon Ako was really tricky, this evening. He's been a very, very tough customer for Ransford Mensah to deal with. His movement on and off the ball has really, really created a lot of trouble for Accra Hartlepool this evening. And there's a sort of attackers or wingers sometimes you need on your side, players who can win fouls. Something happened when things are being cagey, but then I think some injury concerns there for Accra Great Olympics.
Olympics have a tall order to deal with. They play in Zone 3 of the National Division 1 League in a zone that has got some former Premier League teams also seeking for Premier League qualification. Oko United is in that zone, don't forget. Recently relegated Accra Lions in that zone as well. Former FA Cup champions Nania FC are also in that zone, but Olympics are confident they might just get a ticket back to Premier League football in the upcoming season.
Qualification to the Premier League always feels like a birthright to every single Olympics fan. I wouldn't begrudge them at all.
And it's not going to come easy. There's true democracy being taken by many to book their place. Olympics might just be forced to go for an early substitution. It's not looking good. Substitution. Sule Adamu would not be happy with this early development. Now let's see what Olympics come up with. Ako's delivery. Ali Mohammed was first to arrive and head the ball away for a Great Olympics corner.
Dangerous ball into the box, and you could find the Olympics players with some sort of aggression trying to attack that one. It was pinpoint, from the boot of Ako into the box centrally for them to deal with.
Solomon Ako to take the free kick for Great Olympics. Ben Swanim, Hussein, in a desperate attempt to clear the ball, was unable to do it. Jonah Aite picks out Ivan Janim, but there's a goal kick for the Phobians.
It's a bad attempt from Great Olympics. It's not really been, so smooth from Accra Hartlepool. We've seen them in the top four. We saw them when they played, in the President's Cup. We saw them in the Comanche or Peace Cup. It was so smooth. Today it looks a bit untidy. They are struggling to find grip. I don't know if it's due to the length of the grass, but then that's not how you'd always see a Masoud Didi Dramani team play. And today they've really struggled in the first 16 minutes, but then they'll be hoping to get back stronger.
Martin Kakari checks onto his left foot, looking for space, swings in across. Doku is lurking. Mensah controls and finds Duku. Afrani, now Befi. Kakari is getting onto the end of it. Lovely skill, he goes down, but there's no foul in it. There's a goal kick.
The referee was just within close proximity to spot that over there. A tight space for Martin Kakari, trying to use his trickery there to go past his marker, Ivan Ajiman. The referee with the right call.
So, confirmation of the substitution. Great Olympics have been forced to make the first change of this game.
Trying to get at the end of that, doing his best to just shield that one out of play. That's one of the characteristics about the Accra Heart of Oak team. They could go short if they want to. Sometimes they have the ability to go long and find their wingers on the run as well. And then Great Olympics close to them already. They've done a good job defensively trying to keep the Phobians at bay.
That's a push on his heel by Enoch Esubonten. Referee rightly spotted that infringement.
A bit too aggressive there by Enoch Esubonten. See his hand just resting at the back of Opesto's slope.
Olympics trying to weave their way into the Azabok 16-yard box. Here is Jonah Aite. Now David Kopner, right for the cross in. Esubonten gets it away, but Hussein gives it back to Olympics. Here is Samo Dapeje. Afrani, Mensah. 20 minutes, no goals at the University of Ghana. Lovely play from Abdul Karim. Here is Hussein, spots the run of Kakari. Kakari has got Bisu to confront, who just got introduced for Kusi, and the idea was good, but Esubonten was not arriving on time.
Good idea by Martin Kakari, who had to check onto his favorite left foot. But then again, that cross just landing very close to Do Edu, the Great Olympics goalkeeper. You could see the frustration from Duku, who made the run earlier on.
It's been such a moment for Duku. Duku has been a bit quiet in this opening 21 minutes, he was full of energy and brilliance when Hazelbrook played in the top 4 and even in the President's Cup.
Perhaps because he enjoyed that partnership with Hamza Issa, who is actually also a striker, unlike Mohamed Hussein, who is more of a midfielder, so would want to retreat into midfield and allow him to work alone.
It was in the Besse Manchal More Charity Peace Kit that he announced his presence. Otushe was part of the team that played in the President's Cup. His deal was about to be negotiated by the time with Vision FC, but I tell you what, he seemed to have taken over the striking role at Hatzabok. The big question is, where does Hamza Issa fit into this setup?
He represented perhaps just right behind him or even beside him with that 4-4-2 flat like they're playing today. Hussein has been very, very mobile, so he's not offered that support for Frank Duku.
Islam against Esibe. He uses his strength to advantage. Esibe brings Islam Mohammed down. Referee whistles. Free kick, Great Olympics.
That's just the right call. Referee very close to the action there. Esibe failing to deal with that initial ball, and you could see his hands all around, you know, Islam Mohammed Barry, and it's just held a good call.
Islam Mohammed Barry was brought into the Olympics team just this era under Sule Mohammed to lead the attack. He joined from a team called Untold Story in Isiakwa in the Eastern region. So probably he has an untold story for us to figure out this evening here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium.
That's a metaphor in that one, an untold story perhaps to even, you know, tell the Hazelbrook fans, but that's quite dangerous for Hazelbrook.
Bissiou to take the free kick. Anthony Bissiou. It might just be a left-footed swing from Bissiou, and it's gone horribly wrong.
Roar from the stands, from the Great Olympics fans, tells you that just sums up that effort from Bissiou. Perhaps, you know, not what he had wanted. He just looked into the skies, you know, with so much displeasure after hitting that one.
Kelvin Osei-Sibe, Abdul Karim joined Hazelbrook from Nations FC, having featured for Bechem United in the last couple of seasons before his move to Nations. He only played for Nations for just a season and snapped up by the Phobians. Shaib was trying to pick out Duku, but the Olympics goalkeeper Doa Tiso is not troubled.
The centre-back pairing of Great Olympics, Richard Bucci and then also Ivan Dajiman, they've really done a good job on Frank Duku. He's the central, you know, that arrowhead for Accra Hazelbrook, and they know how, you know, swift he is as a striker, his movement of the ball as well. That was that foul there on Martin Kakari. He's really having a good day, Martin Kakari. Perhaps this game would be enough to just convince Masoud Didi Dramani that he is really a good player. I remember when he moved from Asekem to Hazelbrook a couple of seasons ago, but he's failed to nail a starting spot for himself.
Many saw him as the direct replacement for Salif Ibrahim, who left for Kosovo, but he's never lived up to it. Kakari.
Perhaps this might be his season. There again, you can see another Hazelbrook player fouled in this one thing. They are making, you know, entry into the third half, but then it's been gradual for them, not as swift as they wanted to be. A couple of fouls, you know, and a couple of free kicks for them, and already they find themselves in a very, very advantageous position.
Free kick taken by Kakari. Gives away a throw into Olympics. bare feet racing all the way back. Esibe wants to take care of matters, and Afrani gives away possession. Olympics have ideas of attacking, but here comes the Hazardbox keeper. Esibe cleverly calms the situation down for the Phobians. Kakari finds Hussein. He's gone quiet in the last few minutes, but he's trying to thread that one through for Duku. He was not aware of that idea.
Of a late movement from Duku there, putting his spots that pass from Hussein on time. It's a fraction late to get onto that one, but Hussein again, that Ventros there with that pass, nearly finding a striker.
Mensah under pressure, goes to Shaoyu. He still controls well. That kick from Esibe seemed to have left something on the Olympics attacker Islam Mohamed Pari, and referee whistles for Pari to be attended to. It wasn't deliberate for Esibe, very close to that clearance, Islam.
Well, I believe that outstretched foot of Esibe just caught Islam on the tie, and just look at that again, just after even the tie, but then close to the chin. That was just reckless from Esibe. Just lifted his leg too high after clearing that ball. Fortunately, the referee just didn't get that one.
Hazardbox new goalkeeper Solomon Agbasi, a Confederations Cup semi-finalist with Dreams FC 2 seasons ago, and this guy here is the goalkeeper expected to give competition to the #1 choice of the Black Stars, Benjamin Asare.
To know that you would want to fight with Benjamin Asare for that #1 spot, especially when you know he's the safest pair of hands for the Black Stars. And I just think he believes he can.
Hazardbox trying to turn the heat on Olympics.
Check, from Martin Kakari, the in-swinging cross, but it was Mohamed Hussein trying to get his head onto that one.
Olympics in the middle, combining passes so well and leaving the Hazardbox midfielders chasing shadows, but it's clearance from Mensah. Chance for Islam. Islam against Esibe. Reasonably defending from Jose Esibe. Solomon Ako. Here is Augustus Isio. Has to take possession. Here is Duku. Abdul Karim. The ball looked to have crossed the line. Good decision from the assistant referee.
Crossed the line a bit. And then Abdul Karim trying to go for the nutmeg instead of just playing his teammate through.
just gone by was the CEO of Hoho United. They have a first Premier League game against Atsabok. He's here to just spy on the Phobians. Here is Bayfi, sends in a cross, away by the Olympic centre-back Bochwe. Now here is Afrani. Good ball to Mensah. He wants to shoot from the distance, but Bochwe will take over for Olympics. Islam, poor pass from the middle.
Especially with Olympics, they've really been able to string 4 or 5 passes together since the start of this game. They've resorted to the long balls, but Hearts of Oak have also been able to deal with everything that has been thrown at them.
Here comes Kakari, who swing from the left to the right. Chance for Duku. He turns and finds Esubontin. That was a big chance for the Phobians.
That was just what they needed to just bring life back into, you know, that France. But then they all started that brilliant pass from Martin Kakari, who threaded through that, you know, Olympics defense, and Duku unselfishly lays it onto the part of his teammate who's just shooting. That would in trouble Great Olympics for now.
Bayfi. Afrani. Bayfi's cross blocked again. Throwing Olympics to defend.
Some pressure on the Great Olympics defense at Hearts of Oak.
Abdul Karim with a teasing ball in, but it will talk about Great Olympics.
I just think that that's what Masoud Didi Dramani would want to see. Yeah, they would show or give respect to Great Olympics, but then they would also to go at them because they know they are Premier League side. They know they've beaten Master Santi Kotoko long ago. They've beaten team like Heart of Lions. They played out a 2-2 draw against BBN Gold Stars in the top 4, and those were top-notch performance by Accra Heart of Oak. And you know, to have a team like Great Olympics disturb them and, you know, keep them at bay for close to 50 minutes tells you that it's not what the coach wants to see. It's really, really scruffy, if I should put, from the Phobians.
Here is Osese, stepping forward and looking for options. He finds Abdul Karim. The former Accra Lions man finds Mensah. Here is Hussein, beautiful skill. He's got back was coming from offside position.
Yeah. And credit to the Great Olympics back line, you know, and just look at that. Just moved from that offside position before receiving the ball, and he's really worked so hard, but then he's not been able to come in from Duku. We've seen from Duku a bit more isolatedly up front and not getting that needed support he would. But Hussein is a number 10, and that's what he's been asked to do today. He's been given the license to roam all over the pitch. He's done that, but then it's not really been productive as we speak.
Great Olympics, who opened their Division League campaign with a date against fellow former Premier League side Inter Allies with the Phobians. beginning their campaign with a date against newly promoted Hoho United FC. These games, coupled with the ones played in top 4, the President's Cup, the Gbese Manche Amor Charity Peace Cup game, must have given Didi Dramani a fair idea of the Arsenal he's going to deploy when the campaign starts early next week.
Most definitely, this is an entire new 11, with the exception of a couple of players that consistently played. You know, I think it's just a new.
The Phobians with a chance, but it's an awkward clearance from Boche, and goalkeeper Doa Tiso will step up to the occasion.
Yeah, still speaking about Krahartov again, you know, the sort of materials Masoud Didi Dramani has at his disposal. You had Abdul Karim not starting any most of the games they played. Upon for a year, he was a starter, but then I think he knew that position. Enoch Esubonte wasn't really an out-and-out striker or starter for the team. Martin Kakari himself has seen time on the bench. So
Ghazali screaming at Mensah. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's been reckless, you know, especially whenever he's come toe-to-toe with Solomon Ako at the left-hand side of that Krahartov defense. Ako is quite tricky, and you know, he is a very good player. He showed that all evening.
Augustus Osio to take the free kick. Bends one to the far post. Shayoub stays in his post. Header away by Bayfi, and Abdul Karim will run to the end of it. Tries to put one through for Esubonte. Back to Abdul Karim. Now they can break away from the left-hand side, and Mensah to Kakari. Afrani. Liverpool fans have enjoyed how the team has played under Didi Dramani, describing their players, the Didi ball. Here is Esubonte from the pass of Bayfi, the former Wafa man, back to Bayfi. Bayfi was on loan at Dreams FC last season, but the Phobians recalled him and allowed Suraj to go on a permanent deal with the Still Believe boys. Here is Abdul Karim. Now Mensah. Kakari just out to control that ball. Bayfi through ball, lovely turn from Esubonte, but that's some good defending from BC. Now Bayfi can send a decent cross. Again, it's cleared this time by Boche. Esibe. It's Olympics on the offensive. Osei Esibe nearly gifted the ball to Islam Mohammed, but the flag was up against Olympics for offside. It was Islam in that position.
Sibe nearly a suspect over there, and just a fraction offside. The good call by the assistant referee to call that, and now it looks like Hartlepool are really finding the grip they missed during the first 30 or 35 minutes.
Good run from Esubonte, stopped in his tracks. Olympics have barely made any dangerous incursions into the Phobian territory in the opening 40 minutes. Karim. Boachi goes down. Bayfi will be lucky not to get a yellow card. Samuel Boachi joined from Inter Allies. He was actually captain for Inter Allies in last season's Division 1 league, and Olympics snapped him up even before the start of each new season.
And with that role and then that jersey number comes lots of responsibilities for him. You know, donning the number 10 jersey right after signing for a huge club like Great Olympics tells you that, you know, he is a quality player, and they might be looking up to him to, you know, lead this club. Awako used to be there. He's no more there.
Here is Martin Kakari for Hartlepool. but the final delivery letting him down as a clearance away by Ejanim.
He should be impressed with what Kakari is just adding, the kind of bite he's adding to the art of the attack already. He's putting a couple of balls through it, making dangerous balls for Great Olympics.
Duku unhappy with the decision of the referee, but it was always going to be against him.
Of course, that's Abdul Karim again. He's, pulling the shit on his marker there. Warm themselves up into this game. It's quite evident how they're moving the ball around swiftly and smoothly, something they failed to do when the game started.
Ali is looking for Mensah to come to his rescue. Boachi goes down, no foul. Here is Abdul Karim, but the Olympics attacker stays down. Kakari trying a cheeky back heel. Boachi gives the ball away. Here is Duku. Bisu is tracking back. Duku's ball is straight to Atiso. But Olympics have a player down, is Samuel Boachi, the former Interlice captain.
And then a series of errors over there, allowing Duku to just break free, away from two Olympics defenders. And that's what he's been searching for all game. He's grown frustrated, but then you can see that, just look at that. Look on his face tells you how frustrated he's been. But it was a good chance. It was nothing. It came from nothing at all. He just had to battle, two defenders to win that ball and just dive that one on target. Quite ambitious from the Hartlepool striker.
Hartsavok with a new look, technical setup. Majority of them former employees of the arrivals in Kumasi. They have Didi, who coached Kotoko to Premier League success. Goalkeepers trainer Najao Isa. He's been part of the Kotoko family in the last 2 seasons. And former assistant coach Abdullah Ghazali, who last season coached Basiki Holy Stars, decided to journey to the capital and join the Rainbow Lars. Abdul Karim is looking for Kakari. Kuli collected by Ako. Here's Augustus Esio. Ivan Ajalim gets it away. Here is Islam. Now Bisu.
Has been glaring since the start of this game. Accra Hartlepool, they've really exerted some force. They've only lacked in the attacking turn, decision making whenever they advance, but they've really been convincing whenever they're in possession.
We're doing 2 minutes of additional time. It's 45 minutes already under the lights at the University of Ghana Stadium here in Legon, Accra. It's the two city rivals, Olympics and us, drawing goalless. Isubontin is looking for Hussein, but ball is cleverly cleared away by Boachi. Poor touch from Boachi. That's a heavy show from Isubontin, and he says, I just went with my shoulder, but referee doesn't see any of that. Jonah Ite wins the foul for Olympics.
Yeah, a bit more combative there from Isubontin. That's one of the players who was a French player last season.
He was nearly sold.
Nearly sold it. Kadwali looks like he's finding his feet after Su Didi.
Came to us with a lot of promise under the recommendations of Samuel Boadu, but I tell you what, Isubontin has not lived up to it since joining Hearts of Oak. Two additional minutes already done here in Legon. Referee Theophilus Seche might just be wrapping it up for the first half of this game. Here is Hussein looking for Kakari. There's a clearance away by David Corbiner. Ransford Mensah's throwing straight to Atiso, and that's the whistle to end the first half of this 2025 Democracy Cup between two city rivals in the capital, Hearts of Oak and Olympics. Not so much goal scoring opportunities created, but it's been an interesting fixture we've witnessed in the opening 45 minutes. Half-time at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, 2025 Democracy Cup. Goalless between Hearts of Oak and Olympics.
Of Ghana Sports Stadium in Legon. What a first 45 minutes. Both sides have showed that yes, indeed,
Hazard by 3. And they've always been talking about the fact that Hazard is like Laimumu.
We are preparing so that we can compete for every trophy, and this is just one of them. The ones that have been won, is past and gone. We are just looking ahead.
We are well prepared. On Friday, we are going to win. We know what we are capable of doing, and we are well prepared to win this game. We know it's a very tough game. It's Accra Asofo. We are a big club. We are also a big club, and we are the landlord. So we are in here. We are in here to win.
I think this is something for the guys, not for me. But I think I've already spoke with them that guys, this is something that can also push you somewhere tomorrow.
Best to support us because we are winning it. The trophy is going to Rainbow House, so they should come.
So as you just mentioned, the guys are ready to make sure that they win the trophy so that they can also travel outside the country to also go and have a different feel.
Very clear and very focused in our direction. I think that it never even came to our discussions regarding what US or Germany or what it's no.
At the end of the 90 minutes, the game will be
Phobia. In the few games that we have played, we've seen you in your numbers and we've seen you behind the club. The only thing you have is a club. Coaches will come and go, management will come and go, but supporters have nowhere to go. So all that we have to continue to do for you is to make you happy. We'll make you happy, and then we want you to continue to invite more of the fans to troop to the Legon Stadium on Friday.
My message to our fans that we are going to exhibit good football on that day. So they should come in their numbers to come and watch good football. And I like to say, Great Olympics are going to carry the day. That one there's nothing. We are going to win. Definitely we are going to win. Who could we are winning.
Rafael Amponsan, Coach Suleiman Amadou, and Zimbabwe. We are very grateful, and to the press, thank you very much for coming. Relegation, they trash Hazard by 3. And they've always been talking about the fact that Hazard is like Laimumu.
We are preparing so that we can compete for every trophy, and this is just one of them. The ones that have been won, is past and gone. We are just looking ahead.
We are well prepared. On Friday, we are going to win. We know what we are capable of doing, and we are well prepared to win this game. We know it's a very tough game. It's Accra Asofo. We are a big club. We are also a big club, and we are the landlord. So we are in here. We are in here to win.
I think this is something for the guys, not for me. But I think I've already spoke with them that guys, this is something that can also push you somewhere tomorrow.
Best to support us because we are winning it. The trophy is going to Rainbow House, so they should come.
So as you just mentioned, the guys are ready to make sure that they win the trophy so that they can also travel after that. So also go and have a different feel.
Very clear and very focused in our direction. I think that it never even came to our discussions regarding what US or Germany or what it's no.
At the end of the 90 minutes, the game will decide. Thank you.
Phobia. In the few games that we have played, we've seen you in your numbers and we've seen you behind the club. The only thing you have is a club. Coaches will come and go, management will come and go, but supporters have nowhere to go. So all that we have to continue to do for you is to make you happy. will make you happy, and then we want you to continue to invite more of the fans to troop to the Legon Stadium on Friday.
My message to our fans that we are going to exhibit good football on that day, so they should come in their numbers to come and watch good football. And I rightly said, Great Olympics are going to carry the day. That one there is nothing. We are going to win. Definitely we are going to win. Hook or crook, we are winning.
Rafael Amponsan, Coach Suleiman Amidou, and Zimbabwe. We are very grateful, and to the press, thank you very much for coming. Relegation, the trash Hazard by 3. They've always been talking about the fact that Hazard is like Laimomo.
We are preparing so that we can compete for every trophy, and this is just one of them. The ones that have been won, is past and gone. We are just looking ahead.
We are well prepared. On Friday, we are going to win. We know what we are capable of doing, and we are well prepared to win this game. We know it's a very tough game. It's Accra support. We are a big club. We are also a big club, and we are the landlord. So we are in here.
Hello, welcome back for second half commentary of this 2025 Democracy Cup. Herzogenaurach Olympics did not produce any goals in the first half. Back from recess, Olympics yet to make changes to the team that went out on a break. The Phobians keeping up with the same starting lineup that began the game. Herzogenaurach were slightly the better of the two sides in the first half. Olympics failed to create any decent chances and barely troubled goalkeeper Shoaib. And back from recess is Olympics, who will get us underway for second half action here at the University of Ghana Stadium in Legon.
Yeah, Great Olympics, they really defended gallantly throughout the first 45, and Accra Herzogenaurach perhaps were the better side, but the score line says otherwise.
Here we go for second half. Here is Bisiu gifting the Phobians with the first throw-in of the evening here in the second half. For Olympics coach Sule Adamu, it will be a major statement following his appointment as Olympic coach from Okoye United last season if he wins this Democracy Cup. Amankwa Befi, that was a rash challenge on the Olympics midfielder.
Yeah, and that was on Christian Dapa and Amankwa Befi.
Boche's delivery. Flicked on by Boache. But Mensah, that's a poor touch from Mensah. Good play from Solomon Ako. Down the right side. Here is Islam. Back to Ako. Islam gives the ball away. The former Dambot player seems to have risen to the point where he's made the Herzogenaurach left back position a no-go area for any of the charges in the setup.
Yeah, and I think he also won the heart of, the Herzogenaurach faithfuls with those good whips, as far as dead ball situations are concerned. He's quite an expert with free kicks.
Here is Boche, nearly got himself into trouble. Now Ali, he was fouled by the former Intala's Captain Boache.
Mohamed Ali knew he was just going to win that ball, and Boache a bit, aggressive there. That arm shown extended towards the face of Mohamed Ali. And Great Olympics, I believe they just start with this second half with renewed energy.
Here is Befi, it's a good ball to Kakari, down in the box for the Phobians. He wants support and Befi provides him support, but Befi's whip unable to beat the Olympics backline. Here is Esibe again. Goes low to Kakari. Kills the ball in and Herzogenaurach have a corner. Final touch on the ball coming from Ivan Ejanim.
Those were some good series of play from Accra Herzogenaurach, and just look at that Kakari with the outside of his boots, to just hit that one into space. But then that was good defending by Great Olympics.
Kakari with the corner for Herzogenaurach, swings one in, headed away by Boche. Has of a chance, and is cleared away again by Ivan Ejanim. The Phobians piling pressure in the second half. Hussein. Esibe. Kakari, beautiful skill, a chance to shoot. Esibe shoots. Atiso couldn't deal with it the first time, but he's made amends.
That lazy run from Martin Kakari there. What a player he's been this evening. Just look at that, the bend of the ball, then just too close to the goalkeeper. Edu.
on the run. Good defended from Bochwe. Bochwe was with the Olympics team last season who failed to book their Premier League ticket. Here is Duku up against Bochwe, and Atiso is up for it.
Clever defended. And Great Olympics. Richard Bochwe putting his body on the line, obstructed from Duku from making that clear run to get on to the end of that ball. It's really undefended.
Kakari, he's been lively in the opening stages of the second half. He tries to squeeze one through those legs in the Olympics back line. Now, Islam. On the right side, he picks up Solomon Ako, who switches delightfully to the left-hand side. Jonah Aite, Boache, Kobna. It's a good ball on the right side. And Ako is stopped in his tracks by Mensah. Now Abdul Karim. He can break away from the middle now. Kakari up against the seat. Afrani, former Kim Faisal midfielder, second season with the Phobians. He's been troubled by injuries. Hopefully he gets an injury-free season to prove his worth in the setup. Kakari to Afrani. Just the ball away. Osei Sibe. Composure and confidence at his best. Now the best of passes from Abdul Karim as BCU will not allow Amanko Amefi to take advantage. Clever play from Great Olympics. This is delightful to watch. There's Aite. Now Boache up against Esibe. Good tackle, but Esibe over-elaborates and gives the ball away.
For a second, he thought he was going to get himself a free kick there. Two players in the turf currently. They're really lively crowd to walk through Martin Kakari in the first 7 minutes of the second half. Still not shown any sort of conviction in the final 10.
Another free kick for Great Olympics, this time it claims innocence, but Olympics would like to take advantage of it.
And that's the incident again. Sibe for a second had his arms around Jonah Aite, pulling him to the ground.
Samuel Boache, the former Allies player, to take the free kick. Wanted by some Premier League team, but decided to opt for Great Olympics. Olympics a free kick. Watch it to the far post. Headed away by the lanky Afrani. Isbonton uses his space to advantage. Here is the former Wafa speedster. Swings one to right, he's aiming at Kakari. And Kakari nearly lost it to Boache. He does want to keep the ball. Good play from Kakari. But the final match just can't go through. Here is Mensah. He can shoot from his angle. He shoots and he's going disappointingly out for a goal kick.
Chances are going again for Accra Harbour. We are creating all the chances. Martin Kakari has been in the thick of affairs, but this time Ransford Mensah right at the edge of the box. He's listed that one, and with ability to hit those balls, from dead ball situation, he should just be directing this one target. And Atiso not put to work on that occasion. You need to direct the balls on Atiso. You need to make feel your presence, and Tua has failed you. Just one shot on target in the second half, and it came through Kakari.
Here is Islam to Akko. Promising move from Great Olympics. Cross I'm seeing. Watch his lurking. Controls the ball. He's got bare feet behind him. Michael for nimble footer. Swings one. No problems for Strike.
Everyone went missing for a second in the box for Great Olympics.
BCU beginning to find an antidote to the tricks of Kakari. Jenim nearly giving the ball away, but he shows his strength and intelligence. Lovely play from Great Olympics.
Confidence is skyrocketing now in Great Olympics. Because it looks level now, but then that was that incident again. Ivan Ajaman just doing it all on his own. 3 out-of-hook players that just manages to stay composed.
Akko. Here Christian Dapa. Now BCU. He plays Samuel Kusi and is not giving a bad account of himself. The drive from Samuel Boade. Blocked by the eventual offside against Islam Mohamed Bare.
He's enjoying that physical contest. Islam has come up a couple of times against SCB and then also Ali Mohamed. Really enjoying it. This time from an offside position, trying to echo the defender.
Hearts of Oka coming up with 2 substitutions. Double switch for the Phobians upon Afrane. So Kwesi Asma comes in for Mohamed Hussein, and upon Afrane's place is taken by the enterprising George Paku. Paku joined from Accra Lions and it's been a delight to watch since his arrival. He's played a pivotal role for the Phobians in recent successes. Isibet gives the ball away. Here is Islam. And Asma, highly called up to duty. Ali. His ability to play as a utility, his dexterity and his understanding of the game is something that Didi Dramani will count on going into the new season.
He loves, the dynamism of the game. He's quite malleable with the setup all the time.
Here is Bayfi trying to thread one for Kakari. Now Bayfi. Asma. Kelvin Isibe. His only problem has been over-elaborating and sometimes indecision on his part. But beyond that, he's an exceptional player on any day.
Yes, Kelvin Isibe. Remember that crunch game when they visited Kumasi Santo Protocol last season. And he was by far the best player until he put a foot wrong in the dynamics of that game. And that has been his weakness as a player. But then that earlier incident there between Ivan and Jaman and then also Duku just colliding. Just came on. He was such a delight to watch in that game against Heart of Lions a couple of weeks ago, and you can only imagine how he's going to, bond with someone like Martin Kakari.
Here's Esteban's cross. Bayfi arrives, but he can't go for the first time effort, and decision goes in favor of Great Olympics and Bayfi stays down. Here is the Kotoko diehard fan, a member of the Kotoko Communications team, Nidako, at the stadium to root for Great Olympics.
Signaling a yellow card to be shown to Bayfi, you know, for simulation there, but that was that earlier incident here, not enough of it, you know, for a penalty, but then Bayfi left in some pain there, colliding with the defender Ivan Ajiman. And you talk about how, you know, versatile he is as a player, sometimes playing as a wing back, sometimes playing as a right back, sometimes playing as a right winger, and that's the sort of, you know, dynamism he's added to his game. And we've also spoken about Didi Dramani and the system, playing as with a 3-back system in one game. The next game he introduces the 4-back, the next time is the 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1, and these players are buying into the concept, and it's even making it easier for him to change as, you know, and when he wants to, making it so easy for him.
Under the lights at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in Legon. Olympics and Hearts yet to score. Bisiu and Bayfi, good ball to Paco. The former Accra Lions midfielder just can't keep the ball in.
Shot, Paco trying to warm himself into the game. We saw how both teams struggled in the first 30 minutes trying to find grip until they were able to massage very well, you know, the turf and just find the right rhythm. And he just needs to do extra sprint, extra work, just to be at the same level with his teammates.
Free kick, foul committed by Christian Dapa, who joined from Tudu Mighty Jets before the start of the season. These days, Mighty Jets are languishing in the second division. Mohamed Mensah's cross straight to the Olympics goalkeeper. He does not handle him first time. He struggled to deal with the deliveries on first time basis.
You wouldn't say that the pitch is slippery or soggy, it's not being wet. So these are in wet conditions, but Atiso has really struggled with the first balls, and that's something Heart of Oak should really keep an eye on. They need to send the balls to him, they need to fire shots at him, they need to put him to work. He's virtually had a field day, you know, for most part of the game.
Hearts of Oak coming up. Emmanuel Amankwa takes the place of Yamankwa Bayfi.
After colliding with Ivan Ajiman a couple of minutes ago, seems to have felt something in his elbow.
Here is Islam, but the flag is up for offside against Islam.
They've had a chunk of possession, and then they've also kept an eye on the fast breaks of like Great Olympics, especially with Islam leading the lines for them. Really done a good job as Sibe and also Muhammad Ali.
Here is Asma. Hazelhook has seen a lot of the balls, but nothing productive yet. That's a very cynical challenge on Paco by the Great Olympics midfielder David Corbiner.
Very dangerous there for Pape. Just look at that. Take the bleed, slip to the turf before just making contact with Pape.
Abdul Karim. He used to play as right back for Nations last season. Amanqua's ball. That's a poor effort. Poor effort from Asma. Former Hearts-of-Oak midfielder Benjamin Afutu watching from the stands, and coincidentally the last time Hearts-of-Oak beat Olympics, Afutu scored in that game.
Not part of that team that won the league, but then that was just disappointing from Kwesi Asma.
Now Olympics will have their turn to make some changes. Solomon Ako. He's had a very distant game on the right wing. Joined Olympics from Zelina Africa just this season. So David Sawanu replaces Jonah Ayite. And Solomon Aku also makes way.
There's a great Olympics player that currently looks like this will.
Caleb Amanqua, former Hearts-of-Oak defender. He also played for Aduana before in the top flight, part of that West African Football Academy generation that included the likes of Majida Shimeru, Gideon Waja, Mohamed Al Hassan, Razaka Balora, and the likes. Amanqua was actually their junior, but he rose through the ranks and got transferred later on. Cobner's delivery. Asma. It's a good ball, but Bisiu trying to win the ball off Kakari, whose work rate has been very impressive in the second half. Too much on that ball for Abdul Karim. Now Olympics on the move. Here is Inti. He's up against Ali Mohammed. Inti to Sawanu. Sawanu's drive headed down by Esime. Great reading of the game by the right back Augustus Esio.
Sometimes to stop danger when it's just, looming large, and that's what he just did over there. Hearts-of-Oak would need to be very, very careful. They are yet to score in the game, and they are throwing more men forward in an attempt to get the first goal, and that's leaving spaces behind for Great Olympics to attack it. They've also been very, very quick with the breakaways.
Karim was not watching, but Esibe should have been precise enough. Now Emmanuel Amankwa, he's got Kakari on his right. He finds Kakari, he goes past BCU. Kakari with a right-footed cross. Here is Asma, chance for Azabo. Paku goes past his marker, tries to dink one to Esubontin. That's the drive, and it's the opening goal. The Phobians are up by 1 goal. Asma breaks the deadlock for the Phobians on the 17th-minute mark of the game. Hazaboka up by 1 goal to nil in the 2025 Democracy Cup. They've been the dominant of the two sides in terms of possession in the second half, and they rightly deserve to be on top at this point in the game. Hazaboka 1, Olympics 0.
And he present for the Phobians, but then that error and that blood will be there on the hands of Atiso, though, who just allowed that one to sneak past his fingers into the post, but then take nothing away from Hazaboka. They've been the most brilliant side. They've been the best side in the second half, or even the entirety of the game. But then Kakari has been brilliant. Just look at that, selflessly lays down that one into the box, and then Paku recovers again. But then at this point, it was just not danger for them until Paku had to head that one down onto the back of Asma, who just hit that one on the half volley, and Atiso, the culprit here.
That's a blunder, but the big question is, did the bounce of the ball on the turf take anything away from the goalkeeper's effort to grab the ball? Hazaboka would not mind. They have their opening goal. Hearts 1, Olympics 0. Atiso's anticipation was not for the ball to bounce before hitting the back of the net, but yellow card flashed to Great Olympics. Christian Dapa.
He's been boisterous, Dapa.
Very, very.
Working sharp in midfield for Great Olympics. But you spoke about the ball bouncing, and yeah, sometimes it makes it difficult for the goalkeeper, but I think Atiso should be doing better. You know, he had that ride, you know, within reach. He could have just, you know, pummeled that away from danger. Unfortunately, trying to grab that made it a bit more difficult for him.
Emmanuel Amankwa, one of the versatile boys in this Hazaboka team, plays as a right back and left back. And here is Kakari again with some magical touch. Lovely pass. Asma slips and falls, and Olympics will take up matters. Esibe first in the air. Boachi stopped by Amankwa right before referee Theophilus Secher. Free kick.
That's the time of the game where you wouldn't want to, you know, take your eye on the game, not even for a second over there, and it's getting even more hostile between these two sides, especially Accra Hazaboka just took the lead. I know they want to win, but then they have to get a win the hard way, especially against Great Olympics.
Here is Kakari again, putting up a man of the match performance from this right wing. It's Asma with a cutback, but Olympics will not be caught ball watching for the second time.
Down the stretch, that's where you need your best players to show their quality, and Kakari just making things work for Accra Hazaboka. Whenever he's on the ball, you could sense danger. Whenever he's on the ball, you could feel the Hazaboka are just going to get something done over here.
Hazaboka coming up with 2 more substitutions. Hamza Issa likely to join the fray. He takes the place of Duku, who has been very quiet this evening, comparing this evening's performance to what is exhibited in the previous games.
Yeah, he was quiet.
Paku's corner, headed away by Botre. Boache. Someone who beaten to it by Amankwa. Here is Abdul Karim. Now Henry Boateng. Hamza Issa. The lead striker for the Phobians under coach Ouattara last season. Yet to hit his form in the preseason games the Phobians have played so far. Amankwa's throwing. Esubontin tries a spectacular, but it's gone wrong for a goal kick to Olympics.
Wouldn't have allowed that one to beat him for the second time in this game, but in Hearts of Oak, they are trying to stretch the back line of Great Olympics. They are not using the channel often. They are playing balls to their wingers, making the fullbacks run. They're growing tired now. And it looks likely they could even get to second with the way they are pressing very, very hard.
Now Olympics will equally come up with substitutions of their own as Didi Dramani throws more men in to consolidate their lead. Olympics will do the catch-up as they chill the Phobians. Al Hassan has lost possession. Should have been Muhammad Ali. Now, with some 14 more minutes to play, the big question is, can Olympics find the equalizer, or Didi Dramani will win another silverware for the Phobians?
It looks likely now with the Phobians with a 1-0 lead now. They've been in firm control of this game. They've dominated every single quarter. You know, they've been so good at with Great Olympics. If they would really want to get a win over their city rivals, they would really need to dig deep as well.
Good run, Olympics. Now BC is doing the chase, and someone who wants to get on shows great strength and desire. That's what to hang on to possession. Good touch from Paco, but referee whistles for the initial foul on BCU.
Yeah, that was a bit late from the referee. And BCU, he's also really played his part in this game for Great Olympics.
Olympics nearly grabbing the equalizer. Impressive play from Great Olympics. That drive from Osafwenchi nearly troubled Shoaib.
Transition of the ball, and just look at that. Just on the 10, hitting that one fiercely. Shoaib not taking chances.
Corner for Great Olympics. The Dade boys are trailing the Phobians, and the corner comes to the near post. Here's Osafwenchi, and Paco takes over for the Phobians. Throwing. For Hearts of Oak's Cobness effort could only go past for a throw-in.
Great Olympics, they've not really been impressive with their set pieces. They had a couple of them in the first half, some free kicks and corner kicks as well, but nothing impressive from the Dade boys. Because Hearts of Oak has made it very difficult for them, to even create anything meaningful from open play, and these are the things you need to resort to, especially going into a league season where sometimes away games will be so difficult for you. especially with the away or home fans also, against you. You just need to make good use of these set pieces, and they just failed to do that. But then, what about that first strike again? Just 110, and he had just one thing on his mind: just get that ball on target. That's Schwei with that good reflexive save over there.
Hatzavok will be delighted to have 3 goalkeepers they can rely on during the course of the season. They brought in Agbasi, who last played for Dreams 2 seasons ago, and Afghana's current #1 goalkeeper in their fold as well. Kobna. Here is Osafo Inchi. Had an earlier effort parried by the Hatzavok goalie. Boche, there was a push on Boche by Hamza. He's going to get a yellow card for that. Referee was right there.
Yeah. Hamza, it's just a shame his first real reaction in the game has to be his name in the books of the referee, but he just had to take one for the team with just about 9 minutes to end proceedings. He just wasn't also going to just watch aloof for that, to turn into a big chance for Great Olympics.
Olympics. Now they have a free kick. Quite a distance. Kobna is there. Augustus Isio is also there. He goes to the left and finds Bisiu. Bisiu's cross headed down by Paku. That touch from Kobna goes straight to Paku, but Bisiu wins it. Sewonu gives it away. Osesibe clears it only as far as Kobna. He finds Boche. We're into the last 8 minutes of the game. Boche will go up to the right hand side. He's aiming at Inti. Lovely skill from Inti to go past 2 Hatzavok players, but he just fell down. Wanted the referee's whistle for a foul. Olympics bench reacts, thinking it should have been to the advantage.
Yeah, that's what they are thinking, but I think I'll go with the referee's decision there. But another simulation there. He's just fortunate not to have gone into the books of the rest. It's getting more hostile and more combative between these two sides.
This should be a yellow card. Augustus Isio, needless, reckless on the part of Isio on the young chap.
Yeah, and it was the first touch to just move away, from the player Henry Boateng, with a lovely first touch, and it makes the work so easy for him, and Isio would just have to, just pull him back to deny him any chance of creating another big scoring opportunity for Hatzavok.
'83 minutes. Hearts leading Olympics 1-0. Mensah all the way back to Schwei. Amankwa. Boche gives it away to Paku. Esubonte has been moving from the right wing to the left wing, and he's been very lively throughout the game this evening.
As well. He's not showing any signs of tiredness at all. He's working so hard, attacking and defending, helping his fullbacks as well with their defensive duties, and that's what you expect from your players. Sometimes during pre-season, you just want to see that full fitness, and you know you can count on them when the tougher season started. Esubonte is just giving that to his head coach.
getting a bit physical between Asma and Isio.
Asma believes that the last touch had come off Isio, and I think that should have been a corner. See both of them just sliding into the advertising board.
Paku. Esubontin. Here is Asma, the goal scorer. The idea was good, but the delivery not good enough.
Players getting tired, and you just can't believe that this, you know, as a preseason competitive friendly game between these two sides, especially when the players, you know, start showing signs of tiredness. We just spoke about Esubontin showing no signs of tiredness, but then other players really showing it. And if you're a Hearts of Oak fan, you just be looking at this team and you be thinking, is this a team that can challenge for the league title? Is this a team that can get us our first league title since Samuel Boyd won it for us in 2021? And I believe perhaps the signs are clear for you to see, you know, from the President's Cup, you know, to the Homo Charity Peace Cup, to the top four where they were flawless, they were impeccable in their games. You know, and then to this game, the signs are clear. If you're a Hearts of Oak fan, you just could cross your fingers and just hope that, you know, these players will stay fit throughout the season, because the signs are so bright. For Great Olympics, they've not also been bad in giving a good account of themselves, but then I think in Zone 3 in Division 1, the night's always tough over there. You have Accra Lions, you have Nanya, you have Golden Cake. You can mention the teams. It goes on and on and on.
Golden Cake were finalists in the FA Cup.
Exactly, and that's why losing their head coach, there's a new man at the helm. They beef up the squad, and it always gets tougher every season.
Went to the final 3 minutes. Olympics trail the. Lovely skill from David Kobna, but Hearts of Oak could take over possession. That's Henry Kokwat, the 17-year-old. The Phobians are hopeful that he's going to light up the Premier League when the season begins.
He's just not happy with that decision from Harry. He thought he could have done better, at least, you know, trying to wind down the clock. You just make the right decisions. You just don't go reckless. And that's what he just did over there.
There's a time in the game where game management is very crucial for Hearts of Oak. With some 2 more minutes to wrap up, Didi will be hoping they don't drop their guard.
Especially if these players watch the Black Stars play yesterday against Chad. There's quite a lot of lessons to learn from that. You never lower your guard. You never, you know, lose concentration at this time. There's a time you need to show that mental fortitude. You need to prove that you are focused throughout the game. And we've seen Hearts drop points in the league through things like this.
Butcher, a clearance that came under pressure from Esubontin. Esibe Amankwa. Esubontin was always in that offside trap.
But then, you know, the decision to go for it will pay off. At least he's wasted about 10-15 seconds over there trying to just win that ball when he knows definitely that he's in an offside position. That's what you do. It's part of it. Sometimes you just need to wind down the clock, and that's what Esubontin did.
Esubontin. Here is Paco. The inclusion of Paco, Asma, have brought some stability in the Azovok midfield and some creativity as well. Here is Hamza Issa. Now I can agree with you that he's not been sharp.
No, he's lacked it, but you know, Hearts of Oak, they've been so convincing, you know, and just look at Hamza Issa over there, caught between two worlds over there, not knowing to hit that one right away or just, you know, take a touch and then wait for the approaching teammate. But regardless, he's still a good striker. We saw the goal he scored against Hearts of Lions a couple of weeks ago.
Sewonu with a cross to the far post, looking for Inti. There's a handball against Inti, but the ball looked to have traveled outside before he handled it.
It's still football. It's allowed sometimes for players to act smart as the referee's watching. But
and there has a good left back Ransford Mensah, the former Dambot FC player. Has gone down injured. It's not looking good for him.
As much as you would want your players to be at, you know, a certain fitness level, you'd also sometimes risk losing them to injury even before the season starts. We've seen players pick up.
That's the new boy, 17-year-old, who joined Hearts of Oak from Grace Sporting Club, signed on a 3-year deal, and Hearts of Oak fans say the rest of the Premier League teams should look forward to his exploits in the new season.
Yeah, the last time it was George Parker, and now another 17-year-old boy. It's a good job they're doing, you know, building a team for a future, not just for now. And George Parker himself has been great.
And that gives you an idea of who is in the dugout, and you develop part from right to dream. Masoud Didi Dramani, his track record.
He's not just about winning, but also building a formidable team for the future. He's known for that. There's a coach who's had stints with a national deaf team,
as well as the Black Maidens as well.
Exactly. So he's quite versatile in his area. And, you know, player development is one of his, you know, strength as a coach.
One, 2 minutes of additional 5 minutes. Here's Mumuni, Kobna, Esio. He wants to send in a cross. It's a teasing one, and Esibe rises to the occasion. Inti, Esio, Kobna, into the area of the Forbis. Osafwenchi unable to control well. He's got it. Bissiu. It's a good cross from Bissiu, and someone should be directing his header really well. This should have been the equalizer for Great Olympics.
Good ball, perfectly whacked into the box. The finishing, the only thing letting him down, but it's cross into the box, and no one at all around Sewan, allowing him freedom and space to just lead and get his head that one.
Says to be. The 17-year-old goes down from the charge of Augustus Esio.
More like wrestling the rugby challenge by Esio, just, you know, shrugging him down. He's been lively. Boateng.
Artista will be looking back at that goal and will be thinking, could I have done better? Was it the bounce? Ahmad gives away possession. Now Mohamed Yusuf Mouni. He manages to win a throw-in for Olympics. We're in the final seconds of this game. Hearts of Oak seconds away from clinching their second silverware in pre-season. Shoaib is out. to meet the delivery from BCU, and this should be it.
At this point in the Great Olympics fund, if you're in the technical dagger, as you know, it is just done and dusted for you. They fought gallantly, but then Hartlepool has so much quality now. It's undeniable.
They have a free kick. Last year when Kotoko beat them by 2-1, Kotoko had the opportunity to represent Ghana in the United States, in Washington, D.C. If he ends his way, Didi Dramani and his players will be on that flight to the United States.
So it's not just the silverware at stake. It's not just the pride at stake. It's just shutting up the annoying neighbors, city rivals at stake. But then it's also about representing the country in the United States in the Capital Cup next year, which is quite huge.
Mensah's cross flicked away by Ejenim. Chance for a second for the Phobians. Hamza looking for space, and Asma's effort goes on to the tartan tracks and is a goal kick.
Yeah, and it's still Ghazali on the touchline, and he's been taken to the beat. He can barely sit. The fact that they're one up.
It's over. Victory at the Legon University of Ghana Sports for the Phobians. Hatzabok. Second team lucky. In the first edition, they lost to their bitter rivals. And in the second edition, they beat their city rivals by a long goal courtesy substitute, Kwesi Asma. Second silverware for Didi Dramani ahead of the new season. It's over here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in the 2025 Democrats Cup. And all hail the Phobians. Full time. Hartlepool 1. Great Olympics 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ends it for us for the Democracy Cup 2025. While we take a few minutes to set up and bring you the medal presentation. A big congratulations to Accra Cats for winning the 2025 Democracy Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, please do take a seat for a few minutes while we set up to bring you the medal presentation and the man of the match. So while we wait, Mr. DJ, please play us some music.
here. Congratulations to Accra Hearts of Oak. They are walking away with the 2025 Cup. And it's been a very good day at the office today. Look at the crowd. It's been a massive outing here today. But obviously, this Democracy Cup has to go to a winner. And we say congratulations to Accra Hearts of Oak. I've been joined by Coach Sule of Accra Great Olympics. Coach, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. First of all, despite
in here to me. I think this is something for the guys, not for me. But I think I've already spoke to them that guys, this is something that can also push you somewhere tomorrow.
Basically support us because we are winning it. The trophy is going to Rainbow House, so they should come.
So as you just mentioned, the guys are ready to make sure that
I qualify Olympics back to the Premier. So the ultimate is to make sure that maybe we win this democracy, but it's not unfortunate that we lost it. So we have to go back and make sure that this is our first week of pre-season. So we need to go back and make sure that we work on our pre-season and then we take it from there.
All right, this is one of the first competitive games that you've played during your pre-season. You've had time to put the team together. This is a blend of the old and some of the players who have also had a taste at the top level before. How easy or difficult was it to blend this team to get such a performance today?
You know, it's very tough for me as a coach, especially when it comes to our players' mentality. So I try my possible best to make sure that I switch their mentality to my system.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly what they are doing, and they are really improving. Every session you see, there's an improvement.
Which means that there's a lot to look forward to when the season begins.
Exactly, because the Zone 3 is same like playing in the Premier.
Exactly.
So we are trying to make sure that we get the right materials, that we understand the system, that we understand the information, that we understand the tactics as well. So we are on course.
Okay. What message will you give to the many Olympic fans out there? What should they look out for this season?
Yes, we're still trying to put a very solid team for them. We really appreciate their time. We admire them with their support and everything. They should still come in their numbers and come and support. We still need them around us so that at least they can push the team back to Premier. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations. You did a yeoman's job there. That was the head coach of Accra Great Olympics. And we'll also find out from the winning coach what the mentality was like going into the match itself. But obviously, it has been a match that most people have enjoyed here, and especially the Accra Hearts of Oak fans, because it gives them a fair idea of what to expect going into the season. Coach Didi, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. This is one match I saw you from a distance, and you were sitting at the edge of your seat. Sometimes it looks like things were not going.
To observe from a very fair point of view, to appreciate what your players are doing. Remember, the Olympics team came with a very low block, and so you need a lot of patience, you need a lot of belief in what you are doing to control the spaces. And so it is something when I get up, it's just to re-emphasize on what we had agreed to do in terms of the spaces that were available, and then where there's no space, how we need to be more calm and be more patient, and then keep moving the ball and then moving the opponent, and then surely we will surely find the spaces.
I see. Okay, most of the fans here are happy that Accra Hearts of Oak won. I'll take your view. Is the contentment in the fact that you won, or the contentment is in the fact that your team played well?
Oh, I think winning is good, but I think that on a very fair point is to also think about how we want to progress in terms of improving the small parts of the game, so that we can develop, our game model, and also develop our philosophy and then the culture that we're trying to institute. And so for me, winning is good, but I think that the anger to compete is more paramount, and also the zeal to try to execute what you have believed in and what you trust to do is more important.
I see. Okay. Now moving forward, let me wrap up with you quickly. Moving forward, will this put paid to your total pre-season, or there's still a few more screws to tighten up?
There's always moment to improve, and I think that I personally want to improve, and I want my players to also improve. I've said it time and again that systems, formations, and tactics sometimes don't win games, but the decisions players make on the pitch of full of play, and then the problems they are able to solve. All that we need to continue to do is to continue to give them the type of solutions and to give them the plans in order to be able to solve these problems. We don't solve problems on the pitch. We can only suggest, but they have to execute the planning. And so I think that it's good we win, but there's still more to improve, and then we are very open to improve.
All right. Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations. The team has put up a splendid performance. The fans are happy, and I'm sure that there's a lot more excitement in the stands. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Phobia. Thanks for coming.
There you go. So head coach Didi Dramani of Accra Hearts of Oak sending the signs that yes, all seem to be well with the team and it can only get better. I've been joined by the clerk of Parliament because they are the main reason why we're here anyway, and so we also have to hear from them. Clerk of Parliament, Mr. Chitro, I believe. Thank you very much for joining us. How have you encompassed the atmosphere? How has it been like for you today?
Oh, all here, all present here are living witnesses. It's been exciting, very enthusiastic. All of us are happy. You can see the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You can see the cheers. I don't think there's anybody here who has frowned.
Certainly not.
And this is healthy for us. Apart from the fact that, you know, in terms of health, this is very good. It is also healthy for we as a people of Ghana. It's healthy for our democracy.
Sure.
It's healthy for good governance.
I mean, you brought almost every Ghanaian that matters here from different parts of the divide.
Yes.
And obviously, we have all seen what democracy can do for us, for the betterment of Ghana.
That's right.
So, what's next after this?
Oh, what next after this? Democracy camp has come to stay.
All right.
It has been inculcated into the national calendar of events, ceremonies, which we have to observe.
Okay.
You can see His Excellency, the head of state and president of the Republic of Ghana, himself was here. The acting Chief Justice, right here.
Yeah.
The Speaker of Parliament, right here.
Yeah.
So the heirs, the functionaries or the heirs of the organs of state have all bought into the idea. And not just that, the constitutional bodies. The Electoral Commissioner wasn't here, but her two deputies were here. The chairperson of the National Commission for Civic Education is also here. Currently still there.
Okay, all right. Well, we've had fun. It's been exciting. All we can say is that kudos to all of us as Ghanaians, and we can only hope that next year it grows and gets even bigger and better.
Certainly.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
And next year, for information, next year this is what is going to happen. We were just talking. Mr. Speaker has sanctioned it. I was just, drawing His Excellency the President's attention that next year is not just going to be between two organs of state. We want the three organs of state: the executive, Parliament, the judiciary, and we also want the constitutional bodies: the Electoral Commission, National Commission for Civic Education, Commission on Human Rights and Reproductive Justice, and the National Media Commission. All of them will come together. Probably they'll do a gala, and then one commission wins, and then we have to, pitch our camp against each other. Parliament, judiciary, executive, maybe one of the, and then we do the elimination series until we get to the final. Laps.
I think that would be bigger and better. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so the Clerk of Parliament also sharing his thoughts with us. Now let's get to the game itself. And we saw a very good game. Hearts gave their best, Olympics gave their best, but at the end of the day, one team had to win, and one team it was, Accra Hearts of Oak. I've been joined by the man who got the goal, who put the smiles on all their faces. Congratulations. First, give us your name.
Kwesi Asma.
Kwesi Asma is his name. He emerged as the MVP for the game. Kwesi, thank you very much for joining us. But let me start with you. How was the preparation like for this particular game?
Oh, to be honest, we were really prepared. Coach gave us instructions and everything. So during training grounds, we were working perfectly on what to do. So we were expecting anything from the opposition side.
I see. Okay, that's your camera. So you are talking to Ghanaians. Came the moment of the match. You got onto the field. How was it like? You saw the opposition from Accra Great Olympics. Did they give you any worries in the match?
They gave us a very good run for our money. Seriously. We just had to be patient, calm, and we kept on with the pressure until we got the goal. We were very prepared for this.
You were very prepared. Yes. And after this, getting ready to start the league, what message do you have for your fans?
We will call on all the Phobia family to always come in their numbers and support us. We need their support. Sure. Without them, we can't do this. Sure. So we always need them to support us. We will also do our best to always put smiles on their face. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kwesi, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job done here today. All right, so that was the MVP for the game, Kwesi Asma of Accra Hearts of Oak, talking to us. Blackgate joins me again, but behind us is the presentation, which is ongoing, and we'll be crossing in and out of the presentations to find out exactly what is happening. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Behind us is the presentation stage. All is just about set. But we indeed have witnessed a good game here today. Blackgate.
Great Olympics gave us a very good game. It was a fascinating battle across the 90 minutes. And for them, this being the first competitive preseason game for them to play against Hearts of Oak speaks volume. It tells you the kind of quality coach that they have in Coach Sule Adamu, one of the finest young coaches on the local scene. And for Great Olympics themselves, what they brought on board today tells you the kind of quality in there that they have. The player spotting number 10, Jesse Boachi, has been an explosive, a revelation, an entertaining player to be able to watch here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. And for Hearts of Folk, continuity is key. They continue from where they let off in the GACA Top 4 competition, where they beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko by 2-0. And this evening, in an awkward opponent like Great Olympics, they found a way to win the game.
Found a way to win the game, but the Accra Great Olympics have really surprised a lot of people here. Nanedu, you predicted that at least the first 45 will be a slender lead for Accra Great Olympics. Will you say that Olympics lost the game maybe because of inexperience?
They have a good team. They have a good team. So I'm not really surprised the second half they were able to pick the maximum win. One that against Olympics, I think, let's give praise to the Olympic coach. The way he managed the game, the way he was able to protect his back four, not to concede more goals against Hearts of Oak, he did it well. And I think Hearts of Oak deserve to get a second half win. 1-0 win against Olympics is a good win for them, but I think Olympics have done enough to at least manage.
All right, okay, so we will take a look at what is happening back there. And I've just seen the Right Honourable Suman Agbagbe, the Speaker of Parliament, just mounting the stage. The Ghana chair is also there. Okay, so the gentleman on the podium, Clerk of Parliament, is there. The Speaker of Parliament is also there. The Ghana chair is also there. We are going to go through the presentation of the trophy and the most valuable player. And the first presentation has just been announced. It goes to Kwesi Asma of Accra Hearts of Oak. What a game he had to a goal to Accra Hearts of Oak's credit. And so they say, official Dom will say congratulations to him, and this is to encourage him for a better performance, and indeed a sterling performance when the season begins. Man of the Match award going to Quincy Asma of Accra Hearts of Oak. It will now be the turn of the match officials, the teams, to also receive their medals, and then eventually we will have the presentation of the 2025 Democracy Cup. So we now concentrate on the match officials for the final match. They will also be decorated. Order. Don't forget, the gentlemen in blue are also match officials. They officiated in the curtain raiser, and these were the Catch Them Young referees. And good job done. They receive their commemorative medal for their performance here today. And congratulations to these young men. So now, after the medal presentation to the officials, it's now the turn of Accra Great Olympics to mount the stage and be decorated with their second place or silver medals. Now the turn of the Accra Great Olympics team. They're also known as the Wonder Club. And they came, they saw, they couldn't conquer though, but they played their hearts out. Congratulations to this young team, and according to Coach Sule, he says he's taking his time to put this team together. The target is to get Accra Great Olympics back to the Premiership. And I'm sure they'll be spurred on by this feat and will go the extra mile.